emissions. Does this mean we have to stop building? No. There are new approaches using alternative construction materials. A way to decrease CO2 emissions in cement production itself is to replace certain components of cement, such as crushed bricks from demolished buildings. But more needs to be done to reduce CO2 emissions. Another issue is the huge amount of energy needed in the combustion process. It takes 200 to 450 kilograms of coal to produce just 1 ton of cement. But there are ways to counteract the usage of fossil fuels. For instance, plastic waste. It is already being used to power the cement kiln in Mannersdorf almost 90% of the time. Globally, however, this rate is much lower. In the USA, for example, it is only 15%. Within the space of 30 years, Mannersdorf made a small but significant impact by halving CO2 emissions during cement production. There are many approaches to solutions, but this is still not enough.
Building bridges, building hope is the topic of this panel. We will discuss what can be done. And let me switch to German at this stage for the audience here at the Hofburg in Vienna. You have headphones on your seats or behind your seats or under your seats. Please use them if you would like to listen in English. Ein herzliches Willkommen allen Diskussions.
Cordial welcome to all panelists here on stage. I would like to introduce you by name. On the right-hand side, Mr. Jan Jenisch, CEO of cement producer Holcim, and next to him Luisa Neubauer, climate activist, Federal Minister Leonore G. Wessler to my left, responsible for climate protection, and Clemens Hallmann, the CEO of the Hallmann Holding. I would like to start with you. Madam Minister, you're responsible for climate protection, but you're also responsible for the environment, energy, mobility, innovation, and technology. So that's a huge portfolio. And the question of fossil fuels is, of course, interwoven with the war in Ukraine. How far has we come on June 14th, 2022, when it comes to phasing out fossil energy carriers? There is a number that we hear very often and that we'd like to talk about. So 78.2%. So this is the share of renewables in electricity production. So we are in first place in Europe. We have comprehensive legislation. Until 2030, we want to reach 100% renewables, but there is also a second figure, which is about 1/3. And this constitutes the share of renewables in our entire energy consumption. So still also in Austria, despite the steps that we are taking and all the efforts that we are making, we are depending on fossil fuels, fuels. So this is a very important topic in industry, in transport, and this is a topic with a view to the current global situation, which is very important, because if we see how much we feel what dependence on fossil fuels means to us, and also in terms of our dependency of someone like Mr. Putin. And this is a call to action